All right, guys, we're gonna take it from behind now with the old butt blaster. All I see is red. Oh my God, guys. Ugh. You know, I sort of dread this day. You guys probably do too. It's a leg day. I feel like if you, comment below if you get excited to train legs, because I don't get excited because I know it's gonna hurt, I know it's gonna be painful, and I know it's gonna be heavy. And if you're not scared of any of those things, then maybe you're not going hard enough. Today, we're doing a full leg day. I know if you have watched my channel, a lot of times I like to split like quad day and then a hamstring and glute day. Today, we're gonna do a full leg day, hitting quads, hams, and glutes. Follow along.
Let's go! Do what I do! Work like I still got something to prove! Let's go! All I do! Work like I still got something to prove!
I haven't even said a line. Your ham bone? Ham bone. All right, first things first. You know, it wouldn't be a leg day without squats. Kingpin of all leg day exercises. If you don't squat, then you probably don't have any legs. Just saying. So we're starting off. Normally I'd be like, oh, we're doing 4 sets of 5. I haven't decided how many reps I'm doing yet because I'm feeling a little sore, but it's probably gonna be around a 5 to 6 rep range. So I'm gonna work, these don't count yet, 4 working sets of 5 to 6 reps. So I'm going heavy as I possibly can for 5 to 6.
Losing control.
Ooh.
I gotta know who's in control of me, me. Losing control. I'm gonna explode. Can you bring it back to me, me? Bring it back to me, me. Bring it back to me, me. Bring it back to me, me. It's making me feel
Can I just say, pay attention to how you put your plates on. Now I know bodybuilders and power lifters, Olympic lifters, kind of do their plates differently. Power lifters, all of our plates face in. Because the whole point of it is when you grab it, you're grabbing at like, how do you explain it? Yeah, like you're grabbing, yeah, you're grabbing from here, which is just safety. Now, don't ever be the person that, like, you know, this side you face in and this one's facing out. Oh my God, my mind just goes, all I see is red. Back a little bit. Oh yeah. All right, now, I know we just did squats. We're gonna start with a little superset here. Now, completely understand if you can't do these together, you can also just separate them. But I like to go, it saves me time when I superset because I like so many different exercises that it's hard for me to choose. So I'm going to start with leg extensions, and I do 10 to 12 full range reps all the way up, all the way down. And then to go a little bit past failure, I'm gonna add in some pulsing reps at the bottom. It's gonna be like almost like the mid-range. You're not going all the way up. It's gonna be like you're just gonna hold that mid-range and do like almost like little flutters, basically to failure. I don't really count those, but anywhere from, again, another 6 to 12 reps. So 10 to 12 full range, and then failure on the little pulses. We're then going to grab a kettlebell. We're gonna do I actually flip it up this way because I think it's easier to hold because it's closer to your body this way. Just make sure when you drop it that you're not just dropping it on your toe. So we're going to do walking lunges, but we're gonna add a squat in between each one. So you're gonna step right, step left, squat together. That's 1 rep. Squat right, squat left, then together. That's 2 reps. So we're gonna start with 10. So if for every 10 you're basically doing, it's like 30 reps. Yeah, math. So 8 to 10, start with about 10. If you can add weight, if you can do 10 pretty easily, obviously add weight, but anywhere from 8 to 10 reps. Again, a full rep is right, left, together, 1 rep. Do girls like to be called thick? Me, not so much. Some girls, they probably do like it. I don't want to be just like thick. Doesn't sound, but it's like a nice way of saying like, I won't. Isn't it like a nice way of saying fat? Like,
No.
like, oh, she's thick.
No, like if you're like pumped, I'd be like, dang, you're looking thick.
I don't like the word thick. I know I am a little thick, but I don't want to be thick. I'd rather be shredded. Next set, now we're going to target posterior. So this is a superset, all on the same barbell. RDLs are one of my go-to all-time favorite hamstring and also glute exercises, because you'll get a lot of glute, because you're going to be focusing on tightening that glute to pull you upwards. So I'm doing a toe elevated RDL. The reason for that is to get a little bit extra stretch, because most girls, we're pretty stretchable. We're pretty flexible throughout our hamstrings. So if you are not very flexible, I feel like most guys don't have very flexible hamstrings. You don't need to do this. This is just so that I'm getting an extra stretch out of the back of my legs, making it a little bit harder. So we're coming down, focusing on hinging at the hips. So similar to a straight leg deadlift, but there's going to be a little bit more movement in your knees. So really let your butt go backwards, and the bar path is going to be really, really close to your legs, versus for me, a stiff-legged dead, I kind of go out and then up. So it will go out to your toes. So this one is, the bar path is closer to your legs, which then means you're gonna have to flex your knees a little bit. Then we're gonna go right into, without changing the weight. So we're gonna stick to around 10 to 12 for your RDLs, and then aim for 10 to 12, but sometimes as we go in sets, I'm not getting 12, but we're just going to spread our legs out just a little bit, and we're doing a sumo dead. Now you'll notice that I'm using quarters instead of 45s, again, so you get better range of motion, because if I'm doing 45s on the RDL, I'm gonna be stopping here versus stopping here. So I'm going all the way down to the ground, which then means your sumo deadlifts, you're gonna get greater range of motion. So sumo deadlift, feet are wider than your shoulders, toes slightly pointed out, and then you're grabbing inside, keep that chest nice and tall, and then push up, and then try to drive those hips forward, squeeze your butt. This one I'm saying, just go to failure, go till you can't go anymore, but aim for matching whatever you do on your RDLs. guys, we're gonna take it from behind now with the old butt blaster. Sounds so bad. You know what I mean. But we're gonna finish off with some glute focused leg stuff. Even though that last, like my butt is hurting from those RDLs and sumos, so I wanna do some more isolation stuff, which I don't think I've ever done this in a video, at least recently. I forget about this exercise. The old glute kickback. The old butt blasting machine. So if you do not have a butt blaster like this, the glute kickback, you can also do this on cables. You can just Google it. I don't want to show you it. That sounds so mean. But I think everyone kind of knows glute kickback from cable or the old butt blast machine. I'm gonna start with around 12 to 15, and then we're gonna work down to like an 8 to 10 rep range. So maybe 15, 12, 10, 8. So I want you going heavier with each set. And this is going to, so with the glute kickback, we're really focusing on like that bottom portion of our butt. And then I want to hit kind of the outside of the butt. These are both probably horrible machines to, you know, video. I call this the old gyno machine. Guys maybe not know what we're talking about, but I just feel like I'm at the gynecologist when I'm doing this. But it's so phenomenal. Again, if you don't have an abductor machine, just grab a hip circle and you can do the same thing, just seated, and you'll just pull your knees apart. This is terrible machine to video, but I do this slightly different. I do this three-way. I can do it a three-way abductor. I start with the harder version, which is leaning all the way back. So you're gonna lean all the way back for about 8 reps. Then we're going to keep our body upright for another 8 reps. And then we're going to lean forward for 8 reps. So depending on how your machine is, sometimes the weight's here. So like I'll have my hands up here, and then you're just focusing on pulling those legs as far apart as you can. And then just changing the torso will kind of, you'll feel it a little bit differently. This is a little bit higher up. This is like right in the middle. And then this is like kind of farther back on that top part of the glute. So changing that torso will make the movement focus a little bit differently. This, 8, 8, 8. The end. Yes, guys, I am out of here. That was pretty intense. Full leg day. If you like this style of training, you want more, and you want to just go to the gym and not have to think and let me do the thinking for you, sign up. Go try it out. I have a free week trial on my app, dlbdailyapp.com. Take the free week trial. It's this style training, so if you like building muscle, I'm your girl. We'll see you on there. Thanks, guys.